Hey, good morning, Idea Lab, or afternoon. The day has flown by here in my household. Morning routine and getting work started on this beautiful Tuesday. I'm Suzanne Taylor, business strategist, founder of Tailored Consulting, and your host here in the Idea Lab. And I wanted to kick off a new series I've put together for you based on my signature program, The Confident Entrepreneur. I wanted to put together a series of Facebook Lives and information for you guys to really master your superpower, your unique value proposition. Look, we know that there are tons of other business coaches out there. There are tons of people who do what you do, whether you're in network marketing, whether you own a brick and mortar business, or whether you work for yourself as a coach or consultant. There's tons of other people out there on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, who do what you do. How do you make yourself look different? How do you enhance your superpowers and that unique value that only you can bring to the table? And it wasn't until I embraced this theory and put these tools and resources that I'm going to give you over the next 30 days into practice in my own business. It wasn't until I did that, before that, it was a constant struggle for the new client. It was, where are they going to come from? How am I going to meet them? How am I going to get them onto my list? How am I going to nurture them? So many questions and so many things to do, right? I think so many times as entrepreneurs, we're overwhelmed with the list of things to do in order to have our business perfect. Well, listen, here's the reality check. It's never going to be freaking perfect. There's always going to be things you want to do to improve your workflows, your strategy, your SOPs, all of that. But if you nail your unique value and your superpower, you can have daily conversations with people, you can network with people, and you can show up online and have people reaching out to you for your expertise. And I want to dive into that a little bit deeper. All right, if you're here live, please say hello in the comments. And of course, as always, if you're catching the replay, please put hashtag replay, ask away if you have questions or comments about anything I talk about today or over the next 30 days. I'm happy to answer any of your questions in the comments. So let's dive into today's content. So I'm super excited about this because this was the one thing that once I got some clarity around, it really, well, one, it doubled my income in my business, but it also enabled me to work with people at a higher level who were more advanced in their business. And it also enabled me to have Fridays off. Good morning, Andrew. How are you? You're a behavior modification wizard. I love it. What is your superpower other than being awesome? Oh, cool. Well, my superpower is really having that overhead perspective of people's business and being able to do awesome detective work online and look at where the holes are in your business and what you need to do to plug up those holes. So thanks for asking, Andrew. Appreciate that. So if you're ready to turn what you know into a more profitable business, I'm going to give you the first tips today and then more as we go forward in this series. You're on the right path if you're following me and you're tuning in here in the Idea Lab. As my business has grown and gotten busier, I'm on social media less. And I don't know, give me a hell yeah in the comments if that would feel amazing for you too. So, this is really going to help you work from home smarter, more efficiently, whether you're homeschooling your kids or whether you're, working, whether you have clients, or whether you want to go to the beach for the day and you don't feel like working in your business. I really want you to think more strategically and think more, how can I work less, serve more, and really be more efficient with what I'm doing. And I want to tell you that you don't need to be the number one guru expert in your field of expertise. You really just have to know the truth about what you're doing, what you're selling, what you're offering. And if you're willing to grow and willing to learn, anyone can be successful running their own business, whether it's in network marketing, coaching, or consulting. So let's figure out what that expertise is, if that makes sense. That's a great place to start. And many of my clients don't understand what that UVP or superpower really is. All right, hell yes, if that sounds good. Good job, Andrew. So we're going to start off with making a big list. Get some paper, get a pen, and sit down without a phone, without a computer, and write down your skills. Now, lucky for you, I have put together a PDF that walks you through this entire process. And it's not quite ready yet, but if you put send me the UVP PDF in the comments, I will send it to you in Messenger so you can have a pre look at this new opt in I've created for my tribe. So, what you're going to do, put down everything you've done for work in your life. This was super powerful for me because I didn't realize that my 20 years as a dental hygienist provided me with a unique skill. What was that skill? Ooh, I dove into that a little bit. And here it was building instant rapport with patients. So I had the ability to go to the waiting room, call a patient's name, and by the time we took the 1 minute walk back to my operatory, I was able to have a conversation and build rapport and have that patient feeling instantly comfortable, instantly understood, so that they laid back in a chair and invited me into their body. Now that's instant rapport. So, how can I capitalize on that skill in my networking with you guys here on Facebook or on any other social media? Awesome, Andrew. I'll get that over to you as soon as this live is over. So you're going to make a list of all those skills that you've had at every job. And I even went back to my very first job as a lifeguard. What did that job do? I provided safety and security, and I taught swimming lessons, which was a valuable skill for kids to learn. And it brought me so much joy and so much happiness to teach my skills to other people. Light bulb moment. That's something I like to do. All right, so how about things that you really enjoy? Make a list of things you really enjoy to do. I love taking people on adventures. So obviously, taking people on retreat needs to be in my zone of genius. It needs to be in my business model, and I can't wait to get back to that. Then ask yourself the right questions. Even if you're good at something, you might not, you might actually hate to do it. So I'm really, really good at building websites. I don't like to do it. I like to consult on what a website should have, what features it should have, what it should look like, how it should function for my clients, but I don't want to actually build it for you. So, what I needed to do was find someone who actually loved to build websites and partner up with them or hire them for certain projects. Make sense? You see where I'm going with this. So, ask yourself these important questions and really know what you love to do. So, let me give you an example. If you're currently a bookkeeper, um, but you dislike it, don't try to be a bookkeeper for someone else. That's not going to solve your problem. Instead, teach other people how to find the perfect bookkeeper. Or you can still show and share your bookkeeping business even if you don't want one, right? So you can teach other people how to start that business even though you don't like doing it. So I'll give you my personal example here too. I had a retail chain back in the early 90s, And this was before social media, before advertising. Well, there was advertising, but it was so expensive. And we really were on a shoestring budget when that business was started. And a single unique marketing idea that I'm not going to talk about now, but that single marketing idea that we spent $100 on generated $1 million in sales that first year in business. And you know what comes with $1 million in sales in a new business? You learn a lot. You make a lot of mistakes, you lose a lot of money, but you also gain a ton of knowledge. And one of those things was don't be afraid to be different. And that started for me in high school, being unafraid to be different. So ask yourself that question. Where are you playing it safe because you're afraid to be different? Let me know in the comments if that's ringing true or resonating with you. All right, next step, ask your friends and family. If you're not sure what you're good at, tap into a high school friend or a college friend and ask them what traits they admire in you. Take a personality test, take a character strengths assessment. If you would like a copy or a link to the VIA character strengths test, just mention that in the comments and I'll put it there for you. And even if you have to go to your parents and ask for some feedback, this can be really, really important. What were you good at when you were a kid? Um, I was great at imagination. Were you? Were you great at inventing toys? Mm, let me see. And ask your parents, ask your siblings, ask that high school friend. Then, you know, working with a coach, whether it's a life coach, a health coach, or a wellness coach, an optimized living coach, or a business coach like me, it can really help you get clear on your core values, your morals, your virtues, how you want to show up every day, and you get really, really clear on your expertise. And getting clear on your expertise enables you to show up and shine and have people reaching out to you instead of you feeling like you're always scrambling for clients. Last on the list today is to narrow your to-do list. I know there's so much to do as an entrepreneur when you own your own business. I know firsthand that it can feel like working a 12 or a 14-hour day is just something that you have to do. But guess what? If you're doing that all of the time, how are you not showing up for your family, for your friends, and for yourself? I know for me, this past year and a half, as my business has doubled since before the pandemic, I have neglected my exercise routine, my daily workouts that I love. I've put those on the back burner because, ooh, I have to work. Well, let me tell you, since I stopped that nonsense and I'm back on my routine, I am more focused, more driven, and more in touch with my superpowers. So I want you to come up with your not to do list today and see what that does for you. And once you start moving forward with some of these little tips and tricks, you can write down some money making ideas for your business. Know your numbers, know how many people you need to talk to in order to land one client. This is really important. And this exercise, along with the rest of this series on nailing your unique value and your superpowers so that you can have clients reaching out to you, is part of my signature program, my signature coaching program, The Confident Entrepreneur. I'm going to share the sales page for that program. Yes, it's a sales page. I am selling you something. I'm selling you a 6-month coaching program. And one of the features in this program is a guest expert who does human design. And Tammy Ebright will be our featured guest expert, one of many to come. And she's going to be doing a human design reading for anyone that joins us for the next round of the confident entrepreneur. We're going to start June 15th. We're approaching May now, so you have a month in this series of information coming up. And so make sure to follow me, see me first, and if you have any other entrepreneur friends who you think would benefit from this information here in the Idea Lab, just send them an invite. I would love to welcome them. All right, that's it for this Facebook Live today. And I look forward to seeing you and hearing more questions and comments about your superpower, your unique value proposition, so that you can have clients reaching out to you on autopilot. And again, if you're catching the replay, questions or comments can go in the comments and I'll get back to you. And if you'd like a copy of my one-page IP extractor, IP, intellectual property, if you'd like a copy of that sent to you in Messenger, let me know in the comments and I'll get that over to you today. Have an awesome day and get working on that not to-do list. Talk to you soon.